Hi, my name is Stefan Gonick, Soulmate Attraction Mentor and founder of the Soulmate Attraction Academy from single to soulmate.me. Welcome to Love Talk Q&A, the place to be to get your questions answered about finding and keeping the love of your life. In this episode, I'm going to talk about a very common question I get that goes something like this. Stefan, what I'm looking for in my soulmate is so unique, so particular, so specific. I'm just afraid that this person just doesn't exist, that there's no one out there who's like that, who has everything I'm looking for in a partner. So I get this question a lot, different variations. And, the idea is that, how can somebody have all these different qualities I'm looking for? I'm so particular. I'm looking for something so special. I just can't imagine it's even possible. So, and in fact, just to back that up, if you look for advice on finding your soulmate, lots of times people will suggest that you create a soulmate partner vision where you list all the things you're looking for in a soulmate. But they say, be realistic though, and limit yourself to just the top, say, 5 most important things you're looking for. Because otherwise, you're getting unrealistic. Or I remember hearing one that went all the way up to 10. Like you can do your top 10, but anything more than that, you're going to be like setting yourself up for failure because you're going to get too specific. So I just want you to know, first of all, that my soulmate partner vision had 35 items on it. My ultimate wife-to-be's soulmate partner vision had 32 items on it. After we met each other, we compared our visions, and it turned out that she met 34 and a half out of my 35 items. I met 31 and a half out of her 32 items. So that alone shows it's possible. You might say, okay, well, you did it, but I'm so specific. It's not going to work for me. So I am here to tell you that every person you can imagine is under the sun is out there, right? No matter how specific you're going to get, there are people like that who exist, and it's not just one. There's more than one. Okay, so then the question becomes, well, if, let's say, for the sake of argument anyway, I'm going to accept the idea that, there's somebody out there who fulfills everything I'm looking for. I still don't know if I believe that yet, but let's just say for argument that this person does exist. But then the question is, well, how would I possibly find this person? It'd be like a needle in a haystack. So the idea here, and logically speaking, that makes sense, right? How can you find this really uniquely special, specific person, from all the millions, billions of people out there? How's it going to happen? And in your own local area to boot. Maybe this person exists and they're on the other side of the country or in a different country or something, right? So how can that be possible? All right, so the idea here is people are thinking in terms of logic and probability, right? Logic and probability, because probability is what's saying the chances of finding somebody are tiny, right? If I'm looking for this one unique person amongst millions, how am I going to find this person? Okay, well, I can demonstrate that this has got absolutely nothing to do with logic or probability. That there's something else going on here that is what's really controlling what's happening or not happening. And I'll give you another example that's going to help you get this. In my free mini course, I talk about there being 3 key blocks to finding love. The first one is being powerfully, subconsciously attracted to the wrong people who have some particular negative trait. So you may have noticed, if you think back over all your relationships, that no matter how different each partner has been in various different ways, that many or even all of them share a certain negative trait in common. Now, probability-wise, logic-wise, that should never happen, right? There's no way that every single partner you have would share this negative trait, right? So if it's not, based on probability, right? If I'm just meeting lots of people randomly and being attracted to different people and getting involved with different people, they shouldn't all share the same negative trait. So it's not a random thing. It's not based on probability. It's based on something called the law of attraction. So I have this subconscious powerful attraction, powerful draw to people with this negative trait. So what I'm doing is actually pulling these people to me in my life. Okay, so it's not a random probability-based thing. I am literally pulling them to me, and then from a distance, from across the room, I'm noticing that they're there. It's like, ah, there she is, or there he is. And I feel drawn to go talk to that person. And then, once we get involved, I discover like, oh my God, another person with that same painful trait. Or maybe I've never even noticed it. I just had another sucky relationship that was very painful and it hurt and things like that. And it's only by looking back over all of them that I finally notice that, oh my God, look at all these people have that same negative trait. So it's not a probability thing at all, right? Probability would say we get a whole random mix of people, and we don't. So it's not a probability thing that's going to be what determines whether or not we find our soulmate, right? So this idea of a needle in a haystack doesn't really apply. So let me tell you a couple things that will help encourage you as to why it is possible to find what you're looking for exactly and to bring that person to you. So first of all, you might think, okay, 35 traits. I have 35 traits in my partner vision. But one thing that is also very true is that when a person has a certain trait, that trait usually implies they have another set of traits that go with that trait. Right? It's like these clumps of traits. If you think about it, let's just think about like the political system. We have, Democrats and Republicans, right? That's very broad. So, but you can tell certain things about people in those two different groups, right? They tend to have certain kinds of traits in common. Well, the same is true if you're, creating your own partner vision. Even though you might write down a whole bunch of different things, if you reread your list, you'll notice that, oh, if this person has this trait, it's very likely they have 5 other traits as well. Like, of course. Like if a person is kind, what other traits might go along with being kind? Right? Well, kind tends to also mean heartfelt, warm-hearted, thoughtful, considerate of others. See what I mean? There's certain, they go together. So the fact that you might have this big long list of traits isn't as specific as you might think it is. Now, having said that, there's certain kinds of specificity that I would encourage you not to put in your partner vision. Not because I don't want you to be super specific. I do want you to be super specific. But I want you to be super specific about the kind of person you're looking for and the qualities that person has. Not more like data things that are impersonal. Like I wouldn't put in specifically that I want him to be this height or this color hair or have necessarily a particular education level or something like that, because that is not really about the person. You can be as specific as you want about the person. So let me give you an example of this education thing. Some people say, well, I want somebody with a graduate degree because it's important to me. And I'll say, okay, why is a graduate degree important? Well, if they have a graduate degree, I like intelligent people, and that would imply they're intelligent. Okay, why don't you just write down I want somebody who's intelligent? Is it possible to meet a very intelligent person who for whatever reason didn't get a graduate degree, or for whatever reason didn't even get a college degree? One of the smartest people I knew in my life was a woman who, for certain reasons, dropped out of college in her first year, and she became amazingly successful later in her life. So quality, if you write down the qualities of the person you're looking for and not worry about kind of impersonal kinds of things, then I really encourage you to, or I really want to assure you that you can find that person. So then it's the law of attraction that will bring that person to you. You'd be like mutually, now if it's your soulmate, remember, this is a mutual attraction, right? The definition of a soulmate is that you find the unique, specific qualities of each other to be amazing, right? I mean, you recognize each other. It's like, oh, we meet each other. It's like, oh, like with my wife and I, we knew by our 3rd date we wanted to get married. It's like, oh, being together feels amazing. Everything about who you are is amazing. Doesn't mean we don't have issues, of course we do, but all the things that make you uniquely you is amazing, mutually, right? So based on the law of attraction, there's going to be a powerful mutual draw that will magnetize you to each other so that you will finally be able to be with your soulmate. Now, I have a whole video on how to use the law of attraction the right way to bring your soulmate to you as fast as possible. And it's called the right way to use the law of attraction to attract your soulmate. So look in my channel, or just put in my name and the right way to use the law of attraction, and I have a whole video that talks specifically about how to do that. But the point is, going back to the original question, who I'm looking for is super specific. I'm afraid that nobody like that could possibly exist. Okay? Well, that person does exist from my experience. In fact, you probably are not that different from who you're looking for, right? Not exactly, and there's certain things that you want that's different from who you are, but I bet you have a lot of things in common with the person you're looking for. So if you exist, that person exists. So it's another sort of argument in his favor. And then it's just a matter of, like I say, using the law of attraction the right way to help bring you the two of you together, because that person is out there. I did it. Many of my clients have done it. You can do it too. So I just want to leave you with this. No matter how long you've been looking, love is possible for you once you clear out the blocks that are holding you back. So this is Stefan Gonick. See you on the next episode of Love Talk Q&A. Did you like this video? If so, click on the like button below, subscribe to this channel, and spread the love to your friends. And if you have questions about your love life, please submit them in the comments below, and your question just might appear in an upcoming episode of Love Talk Q&A. Also, if you would like to understand the 3 key blocks to finding love and how to attract your soulmate now, sign up for the free Finding the Love You Want mini course. Well, thank you for hanging out with me, and remember, no matter how long you've been trying, you really can have the life and love you long for. This is Stefan Gonick, International Love Coach from FindingTheLoveYouWant.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Love Talk Q&A.